Hello everyone. So I hope everybody is watching the videos and do like, subscribe the videos for further notifications. Today we are going to study few important topics like reaction mechanism, molecularity of reaction and pseudo first order reaction. Reaction mechanism. What do we mean by this reaction mechanism? In simple language, the mechanism by which reaction takes place, the reaction goes on for the formation of product is known as reaction mechanism. Now, how do we explain this? In simple language, you know that on paper we can put a balanced chemical equation. But a balanced chemical equation never gives you an idea about how or in how many steps the reactions are taking place. In chemistry, most of the reaction takes place in 2 or more than 2 steps. Right? The sequential account of all the steps of reactions taking place, which gives us an idea about the overall reaction, is known as reaction mechanism. Let us explain this with the help of an example. Consider this example. 2N2O5 gives 4NO2 plus O2. This reaction indicates the decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide. Now, on paper we are writing this in one step, but in reality this reaction never takes place in single step. It always takes place in 2 steps. Now, practically what happens in step number 1? In step number 1, N2O5 decomposes to give NO2 plus NO3. Now, when this reaction is taking place, the rate of this reaction is very slow. This is a very slow reaction. The rate is very slow. Then in step number 2, N2O5 further reacts with NO3, which is formed in step number 1, to form 3 molecules of NO2 and liberates a molecule of oxygen gas. So this reaction is practically taking place in 2 steps, step number 1 and step number 2. If you add both of this, you get the overall reaction. Now, add the left hand side and right hand side together. If you add the left hand side, you get 2 molecules of N2O5 plus NO3 gives you 3 and 1, 4 molecules of NO2 plus NO3 plus O2. From both the sides, cancel the common terms. So finally what you get? You get your final equation as N2 molecules of N2O5 decomposes to give 4 molecules of NO2 plus O2. Now just compare this and this. Do you find any change? There is no change. Whatever balanced equation we wrote on paper, we are getting the overall reaction same. So these reactions which are occurring in different steps, these are called as elementary steps. Sometimes a question is asked, define elementary steps. So the reaction which takes place in number of steps, each step is known as elementary step, and such a reaction is known as complex reaction. Simple reaction means the reaction which takes place in one step. Complex reaction means the reaction which is taking in number of steps, or we are having a number of elementary steps, that is called as reaction mechanism. Now you notice that first step, the rate of reaction is very slow, and second step, the rate of reaction is very fast. So when the reactions are taking place in more than one step, one of the reaction will always be a slow step, and that one is known as rate determining step. The rate of, suppose the reaction is taking place in 5 steps. So out of those 5 steps, definitely one of the reaction is having slow rate and other 4 are having fast rate. So we always determine the rate of reaction by the slowest step, and that slowest step is known as rate determining step. So now how do we define this term reaction mechanism? Reaction mechanism is defined as a series of steps of reactions proposed to account for the overall reaction. That is known as reaction mechanism. The definition is given here. Now we move on to the next topic, that is molecularity of reaction. What do you mean by molecularity of reaction? The number of atoms, molecules or ions that must collide in the rate determining step so as to result into a chemical reaction, that is called as molecularity of reaction. So here the most important thing is rate determining step. For example, we have seen that for this reaction 2N2O5 results in the formation of 4NO2 plus O2. So in step number 1, N2O5 decomposed to give NO2 plus NO3. This was a slow step. We can call this as rate determining step. And in the next one, N2O5 further reacted with NO3 to form 3 molecules of NO2 and O2. Here the rate is fast. So we are not concerned with this. You can see here 2 molecules are colliding so as to form product. So here we will not take these 2 molecules. Molecularity is not 2. What type of reaction is this? Stoichiometric coefficient is 2 here, but we don't have to see stoichiometric coefficient. What is the molecularity of this reaction? For this particular reaction, molecularity is 1, or we can say it is a unimolecular reaction. How? You have to see the rate determining step, and here what is the rate determining step? This one. And how many molecules are colliding here? Nothing is there. 1. So the total number of atoms, molecules or ions that must collide in the rate determining step so as to result into the formation of product is known as molecularity of reaction. So on the basis of this, we can categorize the reaction: unimolecular reaction, bimolecular, trimolecular, tetramolecular. So this bi, tri, tetra, where are they colliding? They must collide in the rate determining step. Now we will see the difference between the order of reaction and molecularity of reaction. Very important. Order of reaction and molecularity of reaction. What is the difference between both of them? Order of reaction. How do we calculate the order of reaction? It is always calculated experimentally. experimentally calculated. How can we calculate molecularity? Theoretically. How do we calculate the order of reaction? It is the sum of concentration terms determined experimentally. You are determining it experimentally and you are taking the sum of this. For molecularity, it is the sum of atoms, molecules or ions that must collide in a rate determining step. See the difference? Here rate determining step and here we are obtaining it experimentally. Then order of reaction can be positive, negative, 0 or fractional values. Anything is possible out here. What about the molecularity of reaction? It is always a whole number. You can't have negative and fractional values for molecularity. Then very important, order is for the overall reaction, whereas molecularity, the overall molecularity of reaction has no importance. Overall molecularity of reaction has no importance. So this is the very important difference between order of reaction and molecularity of reaction. Now let us discuss the next topic, that is pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo itself means false or fake. So from the name itself, the reaction which are not first order but they are made to appear like a first order reaction, that is called as pseudo first order reaction. You know that the order of reaction depends upon the concentration of reactants, but sometimes the order of reaction can be changed by altering the concentration of either reactant or product, right? So a reaction which exactly is not first order reaction naturally can be made to appear like a first order reaction by either increasing or decreasing the concentration of one of the reactant. Such a reaction is known as pseudo first order reaction. For example, just consider the inversion of cane sugar. C12H22O11. This is what? Sucrose. When you add this into water, it decomposes to give C6H12O6, which is glucose, and C6H12O6, which is fructose. Glucose and fructose both are having same molecular formula, only there is change in their orientation. Now, if we take, this is the example of inversion of cane sugar. Sucrose is also called as cane sugar. The sugar which you are using at your home, that is what? Sucrose. Now you can see this reaction, two reactants are involved. Now if we add this sucrose in a large excess of water, this is present in excess. Plenty of water is there. That means the concentration of water becomes constant. Since it is present in excess, so this turns out to be constant. So even though this reaction is not first order, naturally it is made. So looking at this reaction, what appears? That only sucrose is playing an important role because the concentration of water becomes constant. Since water is present in large excess, its concentration is taken as constant. So from this we can feel that the rate is proportional to the concentration of C12H22O11, and from this we can call it as first order reaction. So actually this is not a first order reaction, but it is made to appear like a first order reaction by increasing the concentration of one of the reactant which is present in large excess. These type of reactions are called as pseudo first order reaction. Now note down these assignment questions. First one, define elementary reaction. Second one, write a note on. Reaction mechanism. Third, define molecularity of reaction. Fourth, differentiate between order of reaction and molecularity of reaction. And the fifth one, write a note on pseudo first order reaction. Now whenever you are putting a note, you have to explain this with the help of example. So bye everybody. See you in the next video.